I did the exact same thing as I always do. I deleted the recording. It was a 30-minute long recording. This is the second day of the kind of the challenge walkthrough, whatever you want to call it, of looking up those $200 days 5 times express challenge thing. I unfortunately deleted another one. I'm getting a bit sick of it now. I'm gonna have to find a different way to record, because I always hit that trash can every single time without fail. I delete the recording at least once or twice, so I'm gonna figure out a new way going forward now. But all I can really do is talk about the trades I took in hindsight, everything I was thinking, where I thought price was going, and everything in between. But what I am going to try and do real quick is just look up that extra $37, which I think you can do right now with your stop loss at the top here. It's 52. What we should do is just leave it here. We're trying to look up $32, so with fees we'll just put it at 33. Oh, sorry, no, we need $38. So wherever 38, we'll leave it at 39. Yeah, I think that's pretty good trade there. Why I think that's a good trade, even though we've been cycling up and we've not closed the low or anything yet. Well, I already had the direction of down. What I was saying in the other recording is once you hit these high time frame levels and it's against your direction, all you're trying to look at, all those are really going to do is close a couple of sets of highs, which are going to project you up to some of the first sets of highs that took you down to that level, to then continue that price action down. So when you get these high time frame levels hitting, or you're kind of looking at the moves up as is just a fake move up, to momentarily fill in these gaps, to then move the price action down. So the reason why I got into this trade is because we've clearly got a fair value up here holding the price, meaning we no longer have to look at this gap right now to be filled. We don't have to we're not going to come up to here yet. We've not closed this low, so we can kind of expect it to come up to here after closing that low. But because we've got this fair value up here, I will be taking this trade to continue us down, to break this, retest this daily, get me out for that $39, $38, to then retest this bearish order block. And like I said, I was looking at these breaks above the highs as just fake, to bring us back up to the highest points, to then break us down. Because all day I've been saying we're going down, my target's been here, because of everything going on in the daily. We back tested this perfectly, we gained here. The next outcome in this is, look, we close this low, we're holding this, we close this low, we come up to here, meaning our target right now is to close this, to then potentially fuel us back up before we go down. Same pattern until we hit something of importance that will not hit something of importance, until we can start seeing things flip and highs being closed, these order blocks getting completely disregarded, kind of hitting something down here to fuel us back up. Because if we notice here, it's kind of the pattern where you break highs, they get left for the future, and then those things, once direction is shifted down, once you close those lows, the thing that's going to project you back up to the top of those high, to those bearish order blocks again, are going to be these old bullish order blocks that haven't really been tested too much, which will then just continue the cycle of pushing us up to those order blocks, pushing us down to these bullish order blocks, back up to the bearish, to the bullish, and the cycle kind of continues until we can start seeing those highs getting broken. But if we quickly go back to here, we did actually get stopped out here. We now looked up another day, 200 plus, which is good. And now I can start talking about all the other trades I got in. So the first trade I actually went for on the day here was this range here, just before the session opened. I can't remember how much I got, but I know where I took profit, because the whole concept of this video is just take the easiest target, lock up something. But I took a trade off of this bearish order block. Reasons being is because, like I said, back down here, I look at these high time frame levels as something that's just going to shift direction momentarily, kind of fill in these gaps, come up to the highest point before that was tested there. So I was anticipating the move down already, and what I wanted to see was this bearish order block never got broken above, and then what happened is we swept the top here in this moment. Then we got after the sweep, we broke the low down here. So already, if we're breaking this low, I know we're going to return back to this order block. There's also a range here, which is kind of the same level here. So once we closed that, swept the top, I already saw this as the fake move up. This is only going to come back up to what kind of took us down. What confirms that is obviously the sweep on the top and then breaking this. So I went for a entry in this moment here. Once we had that push up, we had a second sweep, which is always a bigger sign of confirmation. It's another piece of confirmation to say you are kind of correct on the direction. Sweep on the top, we have a more interior sweep. Once we had that move up and then it came down, this was the 230 candles so this was a risky trade in general anyway. So the moment we gained that body, I took that, had it at the sweep at the top here. I was able to do 2 contracts, and I took it down to here, which was $127. I knew it was going to go lower, obviously, but like I said, the whole point of this video is just get the easiest target first, and then we can start thinking about taking it further down and whatnot. But I think the second trade, if I am correct, it was for about $44, $40, which we took here. They're kind of just the exact same thing here. Just kind of flipped. So I already knew it was going to go down. We backtested the weekly. We already closed these. I was anticipating the move up anyway. After closing here, we should backtest something off this range. This high time frame level is kind of perfect to backtest, meaning the likelihood of coming up to here once we close this low that's quite far down with a high time frame level, and it's 230 where the price is going to move really fast. I think it will if it struggles to get above here and go sideways for a few minutes, that weekly level is going to be the thing that gets used to fuel the move down. And then this kind of solidifies the move down to this level here. Once we closed here, I already knew it was going to come back up to this bearish order block, which we did. Then what I did here is I did a 1 mini trade. I think I went a bit deeper here so I could actually get in. It was around here. I think I was risking about $47. had my stop loss at the body, because this is always a scenario where like your stop loss is so big. If it comes to here, it's going to come to here. There's no way it kind of comes to here and then continues down. If it's going to come here, it will end up just sweeping and then going down. So that's kind of a moment where I'm saying, look, I know my stop loss should be here, but I won't be able to get in the trade anyway. And the difference from here to here is, I think that there isn't a difference. So you get stopped here, you get stopped here. I don't really see a world where it comes here and not here. So that's what I went for. And I only locked up $44. Reason why, obviously this went down a lot more, is just because I didn't move my take profit in time. I had a fixed take profit, set, and I didn't get to move it any further than 44. It's just one of those scenarios where I kind of just forgot it was on the screen. I had a take profit, but I kind of dragged down because it was already set at 25, and then I had it at 44 or 45. I think with fees it would have been 44. And then it just stopped me out. I obviously knew it was going to go below here, and this was the easiest target. I would have been done for the day, but that was kind of an error on my behalf. But that's not really the point of the video. Anyway, the point is just running you through the easiest trades, why I got into them and whatnot. So yeah, like I said, got into here because closed here, holding off of here. It's going to come back up to here. Once we gain this, I was already anticipating this being the new bearish order block once we close here. So once we gain that, we come back up. I get in here. This fills in the highest fair value gap, which is saying aiding in that move down as well. Here. So yeah, once we gain that, I did just gain it instantly. Obviously I could have waited for it to come here, and I could have done I might have actually been able to do 2 contracts there. No, still only 1, so there wouldn't have been a difference in contracts there. Yeah, so once we get the hold of there, what you could have done as well is got in off of the body, the thing that's confirming the hold, off of the order block, and tapping into this fair value gap, and then taking it down to the easiest target as well. That would have been another good trade. And then the other trade I just got in, I don't know if I explained it. I'm pretty sure I did. Was holding this. I'm already anticipating this closing coming back down to here before we return back up to this range, which it looks like it's doing right now. So I saw this big wick, failed to get above here and here, got in at the low. Yeah, I know I could have got in a bit deeper here, but yeah, it's just, you know, I'm only risking $50 anyway, so I just took that, and whatever, I think it was $38 or something, $39 that we had to get, so we just locked that up. And yeah, that was a trade I got in, that will literally the same, except from that one really. That was more of an aggressive one. That was kind of just anticipating that closing. But this trade and the other trade were just the same thing really. Just, you know, closing the lows, sweeping here, double sweeping. We already closed this range here, sweeping the top. It's going to come back up to here anyway. Once we confirm the holding off of that in this moment, because in this moment here it didn't close the lows, in this moment it did. We confirm that there, and then we get the double sweep, 230. The thing is, if this wasn't 230, I would have most likely got in here, not looking for that double sweep, because it was 230. Anything can happen. It can go up, double sweep, and then go down. So I took that into account. I waited for that. I saw the pullback, got in the moment the body gained, and like I said, I just took it down to the easiest target. And yeah, it's just the typical setup in it. It's just closing the lows, having a bias down, and then the same one, it's kind of just the same thing down here, isn't it? Closing. Seeing this hold here. Was this a trade? It was a trade, yeah. Sorry, not closing there. Closing here. Closing here. Coming off of here. Already anticipating this is going to close. Holding here, we're filling the gap. We're getting here down to the target, but obviously I've got $44. My own bad. So yeah, just the same thing over and over again, right? And it would have been the same thing here if we could have, or we might still, if we could get up to here. Take this down to break these lows, and the cycle just continues of breaking lows, holding all the blocks, and doing that until we get to the target, where we would then just shift and do the exact same thing but on the top side. So yeah, that was the video today. It would have been a lot better if I didn't delete it, but hey ho, hopefully I don't do it tomorrow.